This is a video tutorial showing the step-by-step instructions for the Assignment 3, the budget spreadsheet. Step 1 asks you to download and open Excel Assignment 3. It's a spreadsheet file. You can see that I've downloaded and opened the file on my computer. Step 2 asks you to change the width of column A to 21. So I'm going to select column A, click Format, column width, and type in 21 and click OK. Step 3 asks you to apply heading 1 style to cell A1. So you'll click in cell A1, click Cell Styles, and select heading 1. Step 4 asks you to resave the document with your name at the end of the title using the format Excel Assignment 3, first name, last name. So you'll click File, Save As, and you'll select a folder or location for the file. I keep mine in a class folder, Excel Assignment 3, and it'll be first name and last name, and click Save. And you can see that I've saved the file. Step 5 asks you to center the text and apply the bold font to cells B10 to G10. So I'm going to select B10 to G10, select bold font, and on the alignment tab on the Home tab on the alignment group, select Center. Step 6 asks you to apply the Accent 4 style to cells A12 to G12 and A15 to G15. So you select A12 to G12, hold down the Control key on your keyboard and select A15 to G15. Select Cell Styles, and we want Accent 4. And then to apply the bold font while it's still selected. Step 7 asks you to enter a sum formula in cell B15 using AutoSum to total the January income. So you'll use the AutoSum, check the range, make sure it's got the January income, and click Enter on your keyboard. Step 8 asks you to copy the formula in cell B15 to cells C15 to G15 using autofill. So you'll click and get the autofill handle in the bottom right corner and drag across to G15. Step 9 asks you to apply the Accent 5 style to cells A17 to G17. So A17 to G17, and the style is Accent 5. And then also to A32 to G32. Accent 5, and to make the font bold. Now I didn't make that first font bold, so I'll go back and select bold. Step 10 asks you to enter a sum in cell B32 using the AutoSum to total the January expenses. So you'll click AutoSum, make sure the selection is correct, and then press Enter. Step 11 asks you to copy the sum formula in cell B32 to cells C32 to G32. So you'll get that fill handle in the bottom right corner and drag across. Step 12 asks you to apply the Accent 3 style to cells A3 to G3 and to A6 to G6. So I've selected A3 to G3, and hold down my control key and select A6 to G6, and I'm going to apply accent 3 styles. So cell styles and then accent 3. Using these styles gives your spreadsheet a nice polished professional look. Step 13, using cell references, enter the formulas to put total income amounts for each month. So you want to click here in B4, and this formula should be the total income for the January, so it'll be equal, and then the total income is here in B15, and you'll press enter. You're going to do the same thing for February, March, April, May, and June. So again, it's equal and the total income for February, and enter. Now you could also use the autofill to fill this across to make sure that you have the total income for each month. Now the total expenses are going to be in row 5. So we're going in step 14, we're going to click in cell B5 and put the total expenses for January. Now the total expenses are down here in B32. So our formula will be equal, and then we want to use a cell reference, so we'll come down and click on B32. So we can click in that cell and we can use the autofill to fill it across, so we have the total expenses for every month. Alright, step 15 asks you to calculate the net in cell B6, and the net amount is the total income minus the total expenses. So it'll be equal the total income for January minus the total expenses, and press enter. So after all the bills were paid, all the expenses, there was $165 left in the month of January. Now step 16 asks you to copy that formula in B6 across from C6 to G6. So you'll click on the cell in the bottom right handle, get your fill handle, and drag your formula across. So you can see each month they had more money coming in than they spent. So that's a good thing. They had a positive cash flow. Alright, step 17 asks you to format the numbers in B4 to G4 and B13 to G14, and then B18 to G31. And again, I'm holding down my control key while I select those ranges to format those cells with a 1000 separator and 2 decimal places. So with those cells selected, I'm going to click number, click the number, and to use a 1000 separator and 2 decimal places. Step 18 asks you to format the cells in B6 to G6 and B15 to G15, and then B32 to G32 with a 1000 separator and the currency format. So you'll click on the number drop down, and we want to use currency, and you'll click OK. I always go back to the top of the spreadsheet when I'm complete. Step 19 asks you to save and close the spreadsheet. So to save it, you'll click up here on the save icon on the quick access bar. You don't have to do a save as, remember, just save. You'll close the spreadsheet and submit it to the week 4 assignment 3 Dropbox.